In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to make this is a clean out tool. It's for working clay. It's just basically a loop. It's like a loop inside of a handle. This was a X-Acto knife and I lost the blade to it. So instead of throwing it away, I figured I'd make a tool out of it. I went to look these up on the internet, and professional grade clean out tools can run up to $12 a piece, which is completely ridiculous. So we can't have that. To make your very own clean out tool, you're going to need something to cut some wire. These are tools you use to make loops and stuff, like if you're going to work beads or whatever. They're like needle nose, but they're rounded. Some tie wire. You're going to need a pin. An old pen that was meant to be thrown away. Doesn't work anymore. If you can't take it apart by hand, don't bother with it, because the ink's loaded by pressure and it'll just make a mess. These pins are pretty common. They're like Bic pins. Yeah, it's a Bic. They come apart pretty easy. It's got this tip, so it's completely hollow inside, and some paper clips. You only need one, but if you have a few, you can make several different kind. Okay, I'm trying to show you this where you can actually see it pretty well. The tool I'm making is going to be different than the one I just made. It's for like cleaning out at an angle, like flat line. It's got a flat line here on the side. You could pretty much just look these tools up on the internet and figure out which ones you want to make and try to shape them with this right here. If you're going to make just a little loop, regular loop tool, you have 3 different sizes already on here. You have the inner loop, the one on this side, which is a little bit bigger than this one, and of course the one on this side, which is the biggest. Whichever one you're wanting to work on, like say if you want to work on the middle one, just don't mess up that side. Something like this. See, now you have like a teardrop, and then I wrap it with wire. But I'll show you what I'm doing with this one right here. I'm going to leave all this on here so it's easier to manage, and I'm just going to start wrapping over here and then push this together and kind of just wrap it up like this. So you should have something that looks pretty much like this. I'll cut the excess off. For the pen, what I'm going to do is, I don't want it to be so big, the end of it. It really doesn't matter, but I'm going to use this tip and just have it to where it tapers a little. It tapers a little bit for me. So what I'll do is I'll cut. I know I'm shaking the camera. I want to make sure that I can get that tool in there though. There, I finally got it to where it'll go in there far enough. That's pretty decent. I take this piece out. You can see I'm well through the end of it. Man, I really love this stuff. This is epoxy. I have another video working with epoxy. You could check it out where I'm actually messing with it a little bit more than I probably will in this video. You just need a little bit. I'm going to cut me a little piece. I'm about out here. Gets super sticky, super messy. Make sure you got your area, protected where you're going to be working. There's no reason in the world why this tool should be so much. I just don't understand. Once you get it well mixed, kind of roll it up like that and stick it in there. You want to kind of just fill it up. It doesn't have to be perfect. Remember, you don't have much time either. And then I'm going to take this part here, I'm going to save me a little piece. I'm going to take this part here and get that clay all in there, or epoxy, get it all in there real good. Or I guess something like this. And then be careful not to do the wrong side. This side is the end where the pin wrote at. I'm just going to stick this in here. Doing it this way, you're guaranteed to get it in there pretty good. And then I'm going to push it back inside the housing like this. And that little piece I left over, I am going to kind of just build this out right here. For the one I completed, I made it all fancy. I sanded it and carved it to where it looked really nice. If it's not in the way, this part right here, then don't even worry about it. Once your tool is completely hardened, the epoxy part, you want to wait at least a few hours to make sure, or even the next day. That'd be the best probably. This goes to like a Dremel tool, and it's a polishing wheel. Very carefully just take your tool and lightly go over this right here. It should come with some like rubbing compound, and it'll polish this up really smooth to where it just glides over that clay, and then voila, you have your own tool. This was going to be garbage, and this is one paper clip and a little piece of, I'd say this cost 7 cents to make, and it's just, I can do just as well with this as I can with them professional ones, and I saved so much money doing this, and I sure hope you do too. This is a tutorial to try to help you get some tools and stuff for free, kind of, you know, because it's hard out there. I really hope you enjoyed this. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more.